When it comes to luxury SUVs, few rivalries capture the imagination quite like the Audi Q8 and the Range Rover Velar. Both vehicles promise status, style, and performance, but they go about it in very different ways. And that contrast is exactly what puts them under the spotlight today. The Audi Q8 is Audi's bold flagship coupe-styled SUV, a vehicle that stands tall with its wide stance, massive grille, cutting-edge technology, and unmistakable German precision. It is the kind of SUV that makes a statement the moment it pulls up, daring you to look away. The Velar, meanwhile, embodies Range Rover's philosophy of quiet elegance, minimalism, and effortless prestige. It doesn't shout, it whispers sophistication. With its sleek profile, flush door handles, and refined interior, it attracts buyers who want to ooze old money taste without necessarily drawing too much attention to themselves. Yet, beneath the surface of these two luxury titans lies a story of contrasting philosophies, one driven by performance and tech dominance, the other by heritage and understated beauty. When you talk performance, the Audi Q8 flexes muscle early. In its most common configuration, it runs a 3-liter turbocharged V6 pumping out around 335 horsepower with 369 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to launch this heavyweight SUV from 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds, a shocking number for a machine of its size. Pair that with Audi's legendary quattro all-wheel drive system, and you've got a luxury SUV that feels more like a sports car in disguise, gripping tight corners with confidence while still offering the comfort of a long-distance cruiser. The Range Rover Velar plays it differently. Yes, it offers powerful engines too, like the inline-6 with nearly 400 horsepower and higher trims, but the Velar emphasizes refinement rather than brute force. Its acceleration is smooth, confident, but less aggressive than the Audi. It's less about the rush of power and more about the serenity of the ride. It wants to glide you from point A to B with elegance, while the Q8 wants to remind you that you're driving something with an edge. Step inside, and the differences grow even clearer. The Audi Q8 greets you with one of the most technologically advanced interiors in the SUV market. Digital displays dominate the cockpit. The famous Audi virtual cockpit for the driver, large touchscreens for infotainment and climate, ambient lighting wrapping around the cabin, and high-end finishes everywhere. Leather, brushed aluminum, piano black surfaces. It all screams modern luxury with that German knack for precision engineering. The Q8 feels like stepping into the future, designed to impress anyone who sits in the passenger seat. The Velar, on the other hand, greets you with calm minimalism. Land Rover's designers leaned hard into the less is more philosophy, with flush surfaces, clean lines, and a sense of space that feels almost architectural. It's not about overwhelming you with gadgets. It's about making you feel at ease. Yes, you get dual touchscreens, premium leather, panoramic roofs, and luxury seating, but it's presented in a way that feels more serene. The Velar interior isn't trying to impress you with flash. It's trying to convince you that you already belong to the world of quiet luxury. Space is another dividing factor. The Q8, being bigger and bolder, offers more generous cargo capacity and rear passenger space. Fold the seats down and you can pack a family's worth of luggage without breaking a sweat. The Velar, while still practical, is a bit tighter in the rear and offers slightly less cargo room. It's not cramped, but if you're buying with utility in mind, the Q8 wins here. That said, if you're buying purely for style, the Velar's coupe-like lines and sleek proportions are unmatched. It's arguably one of the best-looking SUVs on the market, praised worldwide for its elegance, whereas the Q8 appeals to those who like their vehicles with a little more aggression. On the road, the Audi Q8 feels sharper and more athletic. Its adaptive air suspension and precise steering make it handle far better than an SUV its size should. It's planted, responsive, and feels like it wants to be driven hard. The Velar, however, prioritizes comfort. Its ride is softer, tuned for a smoother glide over bumps and rough pavement, a reminder that at its core, it's still a Range Rover. And while most Velar owners will never take it off-road, it still has the DNA to handle it. Terrain response systems, good ground clearance, and the ability to wade through water or tackle mud if needed. The Q8 is more road-focused. Yes, its quattro system handles snow and slippery roads beautifully, but no one's pretending it's built for mud, rocks, or streams. The Velar's off-road capability, even if rarely used, adds to its allure for buyers who like knowing their SUV has that extra edge. Technology and safety are areas where both shine, but again in different ways. The Q8 feels futuristic, with its trio of screens, intuitive digital displays, and some of the best driver assistance technology available. Lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, and even a Bang & Olufsen sound system are all either standard or easily available. The Velar offers much of the same: large screens, premium sound, driver assistance, but sometimes the interface is a little less polished than Audi's. Still, the Velar's tech presentation fits its minimalist vibe. Less about dazzling you with graphics and more about blending quietly into the driving experience. So which one should you choose? The answer depends on who you are. If you want boldness, presence, raw performance, and a tech-heavy cabin, the Audi Q8 is your answer. It's designed for the driver who wants to feel the power under their feet and have the latest digital features at their fingertips. It's a performance-driven luxury SUV with plenty of practicality to back it up. If, however, you value elegance, refined minimalism, comfort, and the timeless prestige of the Range Rover badge, the Velar is your SUV. It's not trying to race anyone. It's trying to glide through the city looking effortlessly stylish. It's for the buyer who cares more about design language and image than lap times. The truth is, both SUVs are exceptional, but they speak very different languages. The Audi Q8 speaks with confidence, technology, and athleticism. The Range Rover Velar speaks with style, grace, and quiet authority. Under the spotlight, they each shine in their own way. And the choice ultimately comes down to whether you want your luxury to roar like the Audi or whisper like the Velar. So now the question is, what's more you? Do you crave the bold power of the Q8 or the subtle elegance of the Velar? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more deep dives into the world of luxury cars, where performance, prestige, and personality collide.